Have you ever admired artwork on a hand-painted chair and wondered if it was something that you could do? Well, I'm here to tell you that you can, and I'm going to share with you some very important tips and steps on how to make your project successful. If you are new here, hello, I'm Tracy and welcome to the Fancy Fam. I show up weekly to offer you DIY inspiration through home decor, thrift flips, and full-on furniture painting projects with a big focus on bold color and whimsical style because it makes my heart happy. With over a decade of experience in this industry, I've got lots to share with you. If this sounds like you and something that you would like, be sure to hit that subscribe button and give a quick thumbs up so you don't miss a thing. I have painted well over 100 fabric chairs in my painting career, and they were all done with some sort of hand-painted feature art. I love using fabric chairs as my canvas, and through a lot of trial and error, I have discovered a few things that are sure to help set you up for an enjoyable project. Also, keep in mind, if you'd like a very detailed course in this, I have 2 chair painting tutorials available for you on my website, and I'll be sure to put that link in the description below. First, you want to prep your fabric. Now, I avoid tweeds and velvet, anything that's got a pile on the fabric. I prefer to use Boss and Gray as a primer to cover up any pattern or color, and I apply this in 1 to 2 coats. Once dry, paint your fabric in your color of choice. I almost always use silk white cap in 1 to 2 thin coats with a light sanding in between. I love the sheen that it leaves on fabric, and it sets up the perfect texture to paint as a canvas. Number 2, draw your art. I recommend drawing in pencil first, and once your design is drawn and you're happy with it, I set that design in Sharpie marker by tracing over the pencil drawing. This allows you to paint and use water on your design, and it will always be visible for you to see. Number 3, paint your drawing, and this is the fun part. I treat this process like watercolor, except I recommend chalk mineral paints. It's very important to wet the section that you want to paint with water first. I apply a small amount with a clean brush, and then I introduce the chalk mineral paint in my color of choice with a new brush. When the paint touches the water, it begins to move in the water just like watercolors do. It does not bleed onto the dry fabric. It will only move in the wet areas. I work in small areas at a time in thin coats, and I often use a rag to blot away any excess water or paint before moving on. You can let this dry and go back to add more to build and deepen the color, or leave it with a sheer look. Both are beautiful, and this will dry very quickly. Number 4, add shadows and highlights. At this point, you can begin to bring your art to life by shading around the edges right up next to the Sharpie line with paint that is not watered down so that the color appears deeper. You can see this here in the tail of the mermaid. You can also add white to your colors to lighten them and add highlights to areas that the light might catch. Your focus should be in thin layers, not to add buildup on the fabric. Again, this dries very quickly. Number 5, outlines and doodles. You will still be able to see your original Sharpie lines, but some may appear weak or faint. I recommend an oil-based black paint pen to re-accentuate the oil Sharpie lines. Very often I will add little squiggles or even white oil-based markers to add other color interest to the outline. And number 6, sign your work. While you have that paint pen out, go ahead and sign your name. Be proud of what you have created and allow this to dry overnight. You have options here. You can allow your work to cure for 21 to 30 days and it will self-seal. I prefer to use Dixie Belle's Easy Peasy Spray Wax. I pour this in a bowl and apply a single coat with a brush to the entire fabric surface. You can also use Dixie Belle Clear Wax, apply with a brush and wipe away the excess. Number 8, enjoy. You did it. Your work is done and it's time to show it off and let others see your creation. If this piques your interest but you still feel unsure, my chair painting courses take you through the entire process, from what type of chair to paint or not to paint, how to paint the frame, how to paint the actual artwork, and then how to paint. You can find these on my website at tracysfancy.com. I hope you found this to be helpful. I know many of you are already furniture painters and you just need a little boost to the fabric department. I think you'll find that you are ready now, and I cannot wait to see what you create. Feel free to leave a comment, hit that like button if you've enjoyed it, and subscribe to my channel for all the good stuff. And don't go away just yet. I have another message for you. See you next time. For those of you that are looking for a deeper dive into home decor and DIY processes, I would love to invite you to join my exclusive online creative group, Curiously Creative, where I show up via live video very often to guide you through every step of updating, upcycling, crafting, and creating the most on-trend home decor and gift-giving ideas. You can find that link right here and in the video description below.